Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And today we're gonna compare Begode firmware to the veteran firmware on off-road trails, precisely the single track Bagno here in Rząśnik, Poland. Alright guys, so today will be my first time visiting the single track Bagno, which is located in a very Polish city name, Rząśnik. Try to say it out loud. I brought up two of my favorite trail trick wheels. So I got the Lynx and I got the Extreme here. And today I wanted to compare a little bit how the software behaves on both of these wheels, because this is not something we often talk about. I've been also feeling quite a bit down lately, so riding a wheel will be great. Of course, next to fixing the problem itself, okay? Don't just go ride your wheels, but fix your problems too. So I'll take my dog ramp out. First, I'll take the Extreme out for a spin, because I feel like I will feel a bit more comfortable on that wheel. I'll be also using my power knobs. These are the Power Knobs Fusion. This won't be a review, but you can see them in action. I absolutely love those pads for all of the sort of tricky stuff I do on wheels. Also, coupon code KNOBWAY if you want to get any of those and get a discount and give me a little bit of a tip, just a tip, when ordering those pads. Right, let's get this party started. All right, so let's start out on the Begode Extreme. Woo! This will be a lot of fun, I believe. It's a very long track. It's about 8 kilometers long, so probably I'll need to make some pauses on the go. But this will give me a pretty good idea, especially starting out on the Extreme, how, and hopefully you too, how those two wheels compare on off-road situations. Now, of course, those wheels are different. They aren't like the same tire size, they aren't the same suspension travel, but the biggest difference I sort of wanted to show here is the software behavior, because I do prefer Begode software a lot to the veteran software, and hopefully by watching this video you'll be able to tell why. Sort of trying to warm up first. And those power knobs, they're holding me in tight. Like, it's pretty awesome. Oh my, I didn't think this was so much fun, but it is. So the thing I like about Begode is that the pedal behavior is a lot more predictable than on the veteran wheels. The veteran wheels just tend to float around. They go up and down, the pedals tilt, and therefore constantly the weight distribution changes. You sort of want to be always perpendicular to the ground on an electric unicycle, and I don't feel I can predict that all that well on the veteran wheels, but maybe that's something I need to talk about once we are riding on the veteran Lynx. But on the Extreme right now, I feel quite planted. I feel that I can steer this wheel pretty well. I love how the tire grips in this pretty loose surface. Am I going the right way or am I going the wrong way? I mean, according to the channel name, it should be the wrong way, right? So with Begode, you can also set up the pedal dipping when you go to the sides. And this is so crucial if you like doing berms and sharper turns, because then the wheel won't just, you know, dip and then force you to like sort of lose control. Whoa. Whoa. Or it does. Sometimes it does. That was good timing right there. All right, so I went a bit too far out and there was very loose sand, so that's why I crashed. But no biggie, nothing hurts. Very soft fall. I have all of the protectors on, and you can see, even though I'm super tight on those Power Knobs Fusion, I still could get out of them, and that's very important. All right, so naturally having the pedal dipping removed won't save you from falls, as you can see. but it just makes you feel the wheel a lot better. And oh, there was a gap. Should have done that. And therefore you have just like more control over the wheel. The next thing I really like about Begode software is that there is no pedal dipping also when accelerating or braking. At least it's very minimal. So when you do all of those maneuvers, braking, accelerating, turning, then you can be sure that the wheel will behave the same way every time you use it. And that is just so crucial when doing off-road or like very tricky bits on your electric unicycle, like, you know, going downstairs, doing jumps that you didn't do before. I really love those power knobs too. Like I said, I won't review them now because it takes a bit more work. I want to do this review properly, but I've been actually loving them, both the Fusions and the Void Cores. The Fusions have a little bit of a power pad in front, but it's very mellow, and I really like it that way. So I can't really show it from the side right now because of the trail is just so narrow, but it's really awesome. Like, I've been looking for pads for a long time that have just a little bit of a front pad, so I can still bend my knees a lot. Really dig into those berms, trying to get more sideways there. Boggy. Oh, it feels so flowy. I wanted to like initially time both runs, but then I'm like, I don't really care about the time so much. I care more about the fun factor. So no timing of these two runs. If that's something you would want to see in the future, let me know. I wonder how the bikes do it here, because that's pretty steep uphill. Suspension still works so well. I mean, it makes a lot of sounds, but oh, it's just so comfy. A lot of people could do this faster than me. I'm not the speed demon kind of guy, but I'm still having fun kind of guy. Oh, wait, skinny. Nice. Maybe I could even put the pedal correction adjustment thing a bit lower, because I feel like pedals are slightly going up in the turns now, which is not a bad thing, but maybe I'll need to play around with it a little bit. Other than that, settings are perfect. Not too bouncy, not too slow rebound, but it's still quite slow, so it doesn't yeet me into any direction. Okay, another wooden feature, getting narrower and narrower. Perfect. Another wooden feature here. Beautiful single track. Wow. A bit of North Shore in Eastern Poland or Central Poland. Whoa. Let's go. All right, so back to the skinny. Cheers to Gabe Kwok from Vancouver. He's been doing a lot of those lately. Check him out. Check out his YouTube. Check out his Instagram. Follow him everywhere, so he feels like he has creeps lurking behind him. Now, just follow Gabe. He's great. Cheers to all of you Canadian viewers. Hope this video won't be too long, but probably will be. I never want to cut my videos. It's crazy. If I don't press the button, I'm like, oh, this is an important part. I want to leave it in. Oh, this is factual knowledge. This has to stay in. Oh, this is funny. This has to stay in. Everything just has to stay in. But oh, dude, that single track is freaking amazeballs. And the Extreme is behaving amazingly well. Oh, this makes me really happy. And really props to anyone doing trails on like a high speed. Like, I know Zach Darnell, Chance Hines, all of you guys shredding the trails. Like, it takes some falls. It takes some balls. Or it takes no balls in case you're a female rider. Professional commentary. I think those are rollers. Those aren't really doubleable. Doublable, as the French would say. Oh, is this roller doublable? Ah oui, it's double. Honestly, I don't know if I don't prefer those sort of flat single tracks compared to going downhill. Downhill is really, like, it's tough, it's challenging on your legs, on all of your muscles. I feel like here, oh, we're right back at the beginning. Woo! Okay. And I feel like here you're still pretty chill and mellow. I'm enjoying it a lot. All right, so what are my thoughts on riding here on the Extreme? Was pretty great. Sometimes I was losing traction, but I could get back up to speed. It's still performing great after all this time. It already has 3,000 kilometers here on the clock, you can see, 3,000. What I would like better on it is perhaps a little bit more torque. It feels a bit mellow, even in the hard setting and off-road mode, but it's still great. Pads feel really awesome for this, the power knobs. And yeah, it's just very pleasant to do this on Extreme. So let's see how it is on the Lynx. All right, so I've rested up a little. Now it's time to do the course on the veteran Lynx. And this is the newest firmware. It's not a testing firmware because there was some sort of bug in it. I don't want to use it really that much. I can feel the big difference with the bigger tire, which does give me a lot of stability. But oh, I'm just struggling, man. I don't know if it's the weight distribution or if it's just the firmware or just the way those wheels are built. I don't feel like I'm so much in control like on the Begode, but I'll give it a bit more time. It's just the first meters. I need to, you know, get back into the groove. I feel like with the newest firmware, the pedals are dipping also slightly less, but it still does weird shit. Oh, can you see that? I'm almost on my tiptoes. And I started getting in, I was like leaning up. So I have the perfect setup for me right now, also with those power knobs. The power knobs, void core are plenty fantastic. I can like lean my legs so far. Actually, I do prefer them a little bit to the Fusion ones that I have on the oh, see, I'm like dropping with the pedals now. So this is what annoys me about the veteran wheels. I can never like be 100% precise, and maybe you can see it by my riding style, but I'm struggling quite a bit. The wheels are the same weight. They have different tires, obviously. Whoa, no, I'm down. Oof, boom. They have different tires, but I would assume it should be better if I have a bigger tire and a bigger diameter, because I should have more stability, more pedal clearance. It feels like with the veteran wheels, I always have like 70% accuracy, maybe 80. I feel like with the Lynx, they're really like getting those numbers up, because on the Sherman S, I was feeling like maybe, I don't know, 60% accuracy, like 70. It's just, in straight lines, they're great, but you do turns and then this happens. I hope you can see it on camera. The pedals, the wheel tilts constantly into different directions, but the pedals are constantly dancing. Like, probably you can't see it at well, but they are all the time going up and down, and therefore I just can't control this thing as well as I can the Extreme. All right, you guys, so while editing the video, I wanted to triple check if the software that I had was the newest, and it turns out it wasn't. I don't know when the newest one came out, but I wanted to update the wheel. Now it's on 0.11, just to make sure that it has the same tendencies as the software that I was using during the video, and it turns out it has. So it's very still similar to the experience that I had while shooting the video. So you can just see now what I'm talking about just out here in the wild and notice the sort of pedal behavior or tilting of the wheel. For jumps, it feels a lot better. Feels like very planted, and that I have just a bit more oomph. Definitely this wheel, when it comes to like this instant acceleration, feels stiffer. feels like it translates the lean into torque a lot quicker than the extreme. Whoop. So in the long run, I feel like the veteran wheels still do tilt the pedals a bit more up in like a acceleration that lasts like more than maybe a second or two. This really makes me enjoy this wheel far less than I could. Like now the pedals are just all the way down, and now they're like somewhere. It's a lot less fun. That's what it is. All right, so I'm changing the angle. Maybe now we can see how they dance. So taking a turn, boom, all the way down. And then I'm accelerating, they're still down, still down. Now they're leveling up. Now it feels normal again, like my setting that I have on the wheel. But then I take another turn, and boom, all the way down. Now, this is a pretty long trail, so I guess I can ramble on about other stuff as well. The thing that I feel like happens with those veteran wheels is that they have this twin suspension, but they don't have a bridge in between the forks, like bicycles do, and like, for example, Begode has. So I feel like the tire slightly, just ever so slightly, moves within the enclosure of the wheel. I feel like a lot of people are still like doing amazing things on the Lynxes. It's just not as pleasurable for me as it could be. A very different experience though. It feels also a lot heavier, but that is also due to the bigger tire diameter. And this applies to the whole range of wheels. I guess there is like slight differences, of course, between the Patton and you know, the Lynx and Sherman, but it's still a similar tendency. It just balances always in a different way, and it's kind of tough to predict where it goes. You can work with it, you can do amazing things on the wheel, and people prove it. It's an amazingly durable wheel, and throughout the 3,000 kilometers, I think it still holds up a bit better than my Begode Extreme, but it's just not as fun for me. Although while I say that, no, nah, I'm not enjoying anymore. If it has no like sharp turns, I'm fine. But the first berm, and I'm like, why am I here? Just to suffer. Oh, my feet are getting a lot more tired on the Lynx. Or maybe it's the issue that I'm already doing the second round here. And I can't even like tilt down the EUC, because then when I do a turn, then I'll have my feet just scraping on the floor. So I hope Veteran fixes that. I mean, Begode found a way to just adjust this pedal dipping stuff. I hope that Veteran will have the resources to do that too. Lots of grip on that. Whoa! Lots of grip on that tire. Almost slipped there. Oh my goodness, I need to really watch out what I'm saying. But then you take like the smaller turns and everything is fine. Take the bigger turns and it's not fine. All right, another North Shore feature. Doesn't feel as nice. Okay, another wooden feature. Getting narrower and narrower. Perfect. Okay, another small narrow bridge. Oh, another north. Oh no, that feels bad. That feels bad. Okay, I'm done. Ooh. Done. Cheers to Gabe Kwok from Vancouver. He's been doing a lot of those lately. Check him out. Check out his YouTube. Yeah, it doesn't feel enjoyable. I'm just like wanting to go to the end. That's it. Just bring me home. I felt like I was dancing on the extreme, and on this I'm just like trying to get through. On a straight line, totally different story. Like going uphill, yeah, I would always take the Lynx because it's just so powerful. But like on this flowy track, just like bouncing around, nah, I prefer the Extreme. Another North Shore. Tiny one. See, like those turns weren't long enough for the pedal dipping to kick in, so then it's still nice. Problem starts when you have like even longer turns. Really nice on very technical steep bits though on the Lynx. That's also due to the bigger tire and more power. Yeah, when I'm doing the jumps now, it's also massively tilting back. Already almost out of the trail. So I can conclude my thoughts a little. All right, trail done. What are my thoughts? Well, I guess you already heard all of them. I was rambling for a long time. The conclusion for me is that I will do another round on Extreme because it's plenty fun. And I will keep the Lynx just for this case where I have a lot of turns, a lot of flowy bits, and in the car. I won't ride it today anymore. And I'll take the Extreme just for fun because it's plenty of fun. So this doesn't tell you the whole story, of course, because on like tough off-roading where it's like super steep, you will prefer to have the Lynx because it just has more power, more clearance, and just going in a straight line up or down, it's pretty amazing. But in general, I just have more control and fun on the Extreme. So I guess this is it for me. I'll do another lap on the Extreme just to make sure that I wasn't just tired. So yeah, I did have another go on the Extreme. And yeah, it was just blissful. I loved it. It was very pleasant, even though my feet were starting to get tired. So I recorded another bit, which you can probably see on Instagram. And now I'm gonna rest a little and do another lap just without a camera now. So, cool stuff. So if you're still here, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.